Hi, my name is Natsuki Kumagai, and I'm a violinist in the Minnesota Orchestra. And today I thought it'd be fun to show you guys how I practice at home. I got that question quite a lot. How do you practice? How do you practice orchestra music? How do you do excerpts? And at the end of the day, we're musicians, and whether we do solo, chamber music, like quartets, duos, trios, or something big like an orchestra, we're just doing the same exact thing, just on a bigger scale. So today, I thought it'd be fun to show you guys how I practice Pomp and Circumstance. It's a piece that actually a bunch of us played and put together a few days ago, and I wanted to show you how I practiced the section that we recorded. Before we jump in, I wanted to give you a little background on the piece. It was written in 1901 by Elgar, and the title comes from one of Shakespeare's very famous plays, Othello. And as everyone knows, this is the piece, the song, the piece that everyone walks to when you graduate. I never did. It was never played at my graduations, not even my grad school one, so maybe one day. Anyhow, this tradition of walking to Pomp and Circumstance came from Elgar himself. When he got his honorary doctorate degree at Yale, they played it for him. And then from there, University of Chicago, Princeton, and other American universities started using it. And here we are. So when I was practicing this trio, the famous march section, I did a quick sweep and I found my trouble spots. And right off the bat, the first violin part says sol G, legato, and cantabile, all on the G string, smooth, and singing. And I know myself. I know my habits. I know that if I'm not careful and I keep going higher and higher on the G string, I'm gonna get sharp and ultimately out of tune. So to prevent that from happening, I'm gonna practice with a drone. I use TE tuner. It's really reliable. Any tuner would work. And rule of thumb, I just keep it to whatever key I'm in or the fifth. So for example, if I'm in D major, I'll do D or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A. In this case, I'm gonna do G major. For this section, I'm gonna do G drone and play really slowly, not in tempo, just to make sure the notes are in tune. And I don't go on if I mess up. So if I miss a note, very out of tune, right? I adjust it, but I don't go on. I make sure that I can go back and forth with a previous note. And try again. The next one, there's a big leap here. And then once I do that, then I'll add tempo. Sometimes it'll be all tempo, sometimes it'll be a little bit slower. No vibrato yet though. And then once that's done, then I add character. I add vibrato, tone quality, all the things that are fun to do in music. And I think about the composer, I think about the other instruments that are playing. And so with the other people playing, really long, warm, almost gold kind of color, that's what I want. And then vibrato, if it's a little too bumblebee like narrow, then it's a little too active for me. And I don't like that. I want it to be more broad and like graduation, very warm. And I think we need a broad, rich vibrato for that. So with all those in mind, then I start practicing the melody. the kind of practice I like to do instead of running through. I used to do that and I regret doing it. And that only took a few minutes for one phrase. So that is my short tutorial on how to practice. And once you get the drone stuff done, once you finish the metronome work, the basic stuff, if you will, and you arrive at the real practice, I encourage everyone to take risks. What you see in black and white, the music, that's not all of it. The real music comes from here and here, right? And all the ideas, they won't happen unless you try. And sometimes by trial and error and creating some weird phrasings or trying something that you never thought would work, sometimes opens another door to another type of phrasing that you never dreamt of. And so really, please be open-minded and be creative and just have fun with it. That's what practicing is for. So I hope you enjoyed this and happy practice. And I hope to see you soon at Orchestra Hall. Bye.